Here is something that nobody in this space wants to say out loud. Most dropshipping models are not designed to make you rich. And I'm not talking about scams. The models are in fact real. People make real money with them, but every single one has a ceiling built into it, which is a point where something completely out of your control shifts and everything that you built starts falling apart. And I know this because I hit that ceiling with pretty much every model out there. I made some real money with most of them, but I lost money with all of them. And it wasn't until I mapped out every single failure that I saw the pattern. They all broke for the same exact reason. So in this video, I'm going to break down why each model is failing in 2026 and show you the only model that doesn't have that ceiling built into it. Let's get into it. So let's start with the one that pretty much everybody tries first. It's traditional dropshipping. So you find a trending product, you build a Shopify store, you run Facebook ads or TikTok ads, and you try and flip it for a margin. And this is exactly how I started. And in the beginning, it worked for a while. So I'd find something with good signals, I'd get the store up, I'd launch ads and make money. But here's what I kept running into. The window that you could actually profit from kept getting shorter every single time. And then AI showed up and basically collapsed it entirely. Right now, there are people that are using AI tools to go from a zero to fully functional store in a matter of hours. AI product research, AI store builders, AI ad copy, the whole thing is essentially automated. So while you're spending a week finding a product, building a store, recording your creatives, someone else already launched, tested, and scaled the same product before you even have your first ad live. So the window from new opportunity to completely saturated used to be months. Now it's weeks and sometimes even days. And here's the thing, it's not even that you're slow or you're bad at this. It's that traditional dropshipping in 2026 is purely a speed game, and you're never going to outspeed AI. I mean, nobody is. So the ceiling here isn't skill, it's the model itself. The next one is Sneakier because it actually sounds like the smarter play, which is organic dropshipping. It's where you build a social media page, you post content around a product, and you try and go viral to get sales. And listen, I get why this model is very appealing to people. No money needed is the absolute best pitch in the world if you're a broke 19-year-old who can't afford to spend money on ads. And in theory, it sounds great. You get one viral video and you're rich overnight. But the reality is completely different. The model is insanely volatile. Even if you build a page around a product and it actually starts working, when that product dies, your entire page dies with it. So you're starting completely from zero again. And it gets worse because you become a slave to the content. You're always chasing the next viral trend on social media while also trying to chase the next trending viral product. So it's basically like having two jobs. Now, here's what it looks like day to day. So you're filming TikToks at 7 a.m., you're editing whenever you have time, you're posting 2 to 3 times a day, refreshing your analytics, and then you're praying that something hits and people want to buy from your store. Maybe one video finally gets you 500K views and you make some money. Great, but then if the product saturates, you're risking the next 20 videos that you create getting less than 1,000 views and you're right back to where you started, except now you're burned out and you're broke. If you stop posting, the money's gonna stop, and platform bans happen constantly in this space. There's no real warning and the appeal process isn't really that intuitive. So one morning you could have everything that you built just gone. So you're not building anything. The second that you stop, it stops. That's the ceiling, and you hit it the moment that the algorithm decides that you're done. Now the third one is the most tempting because you don't even have to build your own traffic. This model is where you list your products on Amazon's marketplace and you leverage their traffic and their fulfillment. And I get why people try this. Millions of buyers are already there and Amazon handles the shipping for you. But here's what nobody tells you about selling on Amazon. The fee structure is absolutely brutal. So by the time that you factor in referral fees, fulfillment fees, storage fees, and advertising, you're looking at margins that are so thin that one competitor dropping their price can wipe out your profit entirely. And I'm not the only one that's figured this out the hard way. I've had dozens of students come to my program after trying this, making decent revenue on paper, then doing the math on fees and realizing that they are barely even breaking even. But the fees aren't even the real problem. The real problem is that you own nothing. No customer data, no email list, no brand equity. So the entire customer relationship is owned by Amazon. So you're really just paying rent in the form of fees and following their rules and building on their land. So imagine spending 6 months building your listing, optimizing your keywords, running PPC campaigns, collecting leaving reviews, then one morning you wake up to an email saying that your account's been suspended. So your entire income just vanished because a platform you don't control made a decision that you can't appeal. Amazon has the customers, you're just the supplier that they're currently using. That's a ceiling and you don't see it coming until it's already gone. Now the last model is the one that looks the most creative on the surface, and this is print on demand. This is basically where you sell products like t-shirts or mugs with your own design on them while a platform handles production and shipping. So you need no inventory or upfront costs, which sounds really great. But here's the fundamental problem with this model that nobody really talks about. Every other model that we've covered has existing demand that you can really tap into, right? People are already searching for the product, already buying it. You just need to get in front of them. With print on demand, there is no existing demand, right? You're betting that people will want the design that you came up with. So you're not intercepting demand, you're trying to create demand from scratch. Now, a few years ago, that was actually possible because people could be very creative and a good design gave you a real advantage. That was your competitive advantage. But with AI, where you have Canva that will basically do everything for you, everyone can make a good design in minutes. So now the market is completely flooded with AI generated designs that all look basically the same. So there's no signal to follow. There's no ad library showing you what's working. There's no community that's spending money on your design. So you're basically starting from zero every single time. And that's the problem that nobody really wants to tell you. So every model that I just broke down has different surface level problems, but underneath all of them, they're all failing for the exact same reasons. And you can think about it like a car with four wheels. You take one away and you can still move, just barely. Now you take two away and you're done, right? Every single one of these models is missing at least two of them. So here's what they are. Your traffic, you're completely dependent on an algorithm or a platform that can change the rules overnight. Your product, you're selling the same stuff as everyone else. So you have no customization, nothing that makes you specifically different. Your customer, so no email list, no relationship. Every sale is a one-time transaction with a stranger that you'll never hear from again. And then your margins, platform fees, competition, price wars, something is always squeezing you from the outside. So if you don't control all four of those things, you don't have a business. You basically just have a hustle that's waiting to collapse at any time. And this is the thing that I was missing for years. Every time a model stopped working for me, I thought I just picked the wrong model. So I switched and then I would hit the same wall because it was never about which model. It was always about what I didn't control. So if you've been trying one of these models and you just can't seem to make it work, that is why. It's not that you're bad at this. It's just that the model is always going to hit a ceiling. Every single one of these models is built on someone else's traffic, someone else's customers, someone else's product, and someone else's rules. So the model that works is the one where you own all four. So what I'm about to show you isn't some new gimmick or a trend that's going to die in 6 months. This model has existed for over 500 years. The only difference is that in 2026, AI made it accessible to anyone and it solves every single problem that we just talked about. And that's the middleman model. The middleman model started with the Silk Road merchants. These traders didn't provide silk, they didn't weave cloth, they built relationships with the creators on one end and the buyers on the other. So they basically controlled the routes, the relationships, and the margins. Now the specific product didn't really matter. The position did. They were the only ones that could provide the product for the demand. And if you think about it, this is the exact same model that Upwork is built on. They don't hire a single freelancer, but they built a billion-dollar business by being the connection between people who need work done and people who do it. So they control the relationship, the pricing, and the experience on both sides. This is the exact model that I run in my own e-commerce stores. It's the same model that my coaching clients are running right now, and the difference is night and day. Instead of competing with thousands of identical stores, you become the connection between the source and the customer. So you own both sides of the transaction, and it comes down to four things. The first one is your product, obviously, and not just what you're selling, but who you're selling to. Now, most people get this wrong because they think that you need to start with the product. Instead, you want to start with the community. Here's the thing, with trending products, you are guessing in most cases. You're hoping that people are going to want this thing because it's blowing up right now. It's going crazy on the internet. But trends, they tend to always fade, and when they do, your product dies with them. Now, with products that solve real problems, you don't have to guess because the problem never goes away, right? There's always going to be people that are dealing with back pain. There's always going to be new moms who need help. There will always be people that are looking to take care of their pets. The demand for a product that solves a problem is basically guaranteed. So you're really just fishing where all the fish already are instead of casting your line into an empty lake. So here's how you you actually find these communities? You want to set up a fresh Instagram account and spend at least 20 minutes engaging with every product ad that comes across your feed. So you can like it, you can save it, you can click through to the website. What you're doing is you're conditioning the algorithm to think that you are a buyer, basically telling Instagram, Facebook, whatever platform that you're using that, hey, I'm someone that might want to buy products. What do you think is going to happen? That company is going to start showing you more and more product-based ads. So within 20 minutes, your feed is going to completely shift. Now it's going to start showing you product after product that companies are actively spending money on right now. But here's what you're actually looking for in those comments. You're not looking for simple reactions. You want people that are having actual conversations about what they need, right? That's going to be the difference between entertainment and real demand. And that's when you know the demand is real. Then you can go to the Meta ad library and look up that brand. Now, if they've been running the same ad for weeks, that's all you really need to know, because nobody's going to spend money on ads that aren't working. Now, once you've found your product, here's where most people mess up. They try to sell to absolutely everyone because they want to cast the widest net, right? Now, instead, you want to commit to one community and you want to go deep within that community. So every product, every piece of content, and the customer relationship compounds when you serve the same market. One customer in a niche that you own is worth way more than 10 random buyers, because that one customer leads to the second purchase, the third purchase, fourth purchase, potential referrals. This is how you build a customer list that you can constantly sell to again and again without paying for new customers or new traffic every single time. But even if you pick a niche, you'll never know if they actually will buy your product until you put something in front of them. That is where these AI store builders come into play. Now, there are so many AI store builders and a lot of people end up using the wrong ones. I'm going to show you an AI store builder that actually builds you a store catered to whatever product that you're selling, instead of a lot of these AI store builders are giving you templates and saying that they're using AI when they really aren't. All right, so I'm going to show you how to do this. So you can go to any one of my videos, the one that you're currently watching, and then you want to sign up for Shopify first. And this link right here is going to give us access to Shopify for $1 for the next 3 months. So there's really no excuse here. So from there, just put in your best email, go next. And as you can see right here, we have this $1 per month offer attached. It's normally 39 bucks. And then this is the dashboard of our store. This is what it should look like. All right, so the next thing that you want to do is click this link right here. And this is the store builder that is going to basically make all of the magic happen for us. Now, what's really cool with this store builder is that you can take any product link from a Shopify store, an AliExpress link. Now, I just want to show you guys that we can do the same thing with Amazon. So we're going to use this product as the example. Let me just paste it in right here, press build my store. It's going to start doing its market research. It's going to figure out exactly what are the contents of this listing. It'll pull all the reviews, all the images. It's going to come up with a product score with us. From here, we're going to press configure our product. Then it's going to allow us to select our images just like this. And as you can see here, it has already created a store for us. Now, we have different customization options. Right here, we can add in various sections, which is super cool, just like this. Can add in this section and it'll add it on the bottom. We have the option to choose between different font styles. So minimal fonts, you can change the fonts, the elements, make it brick. If I want to change the icons, I can add in emojis just like that. And then we can see what it looks like on mobile. I can also switch out the images. So let's say I want this as the main image like that. So let's say, for instance, that I think, an us versus them section might be beneficial for the customer. I can go in and add that just like this. And then, obviously you'd want to put your competitor image right here, which would be a generic image, and then yours. So it looks pretty clean. Didn't really have to do too much, but I would highly advise you guys take some time to actually make it look really nice. Use your competitor as a reference. Again, if this is your competitor, try and see how they go about building out your store and build yours accordingly. Right? You do not need to reinvent the wheel here. Now, if you are happy with what you have, then you just need to press connect on the top right. We have already signed up for Shopify. If you remember that, if you forgot, then you have the link right here as well for that $1 offer. You press my existing Shopify store. You go back to your Shopify store right here. You go to the top, you copy that URL, and then you simply just paste it right here. You now install the app just like this. It'll take 2 seconds, install, and then it's going to connect your Shopify store. Now, once it's connected, just like this on the bottom right, you press publish store, And now it's going to start to do its magic. And then it's going to paste all of our edits right here onto our themes page, but we can double check, make sure that our product is here. So we do have our product, which is nice. Now, if we go to the online store, we head over to themes, we're going to be able to see that our store has been populated just like this. And here we have it. So now you've got your store live, but your store with no traffic is really just a website. So now you need people to actually see your product, and that comes down to who's creating content for you. And here's the thing, it can't just be anyone and everyone. It needs to be real people making authentic content that builds trust in a market that is flooded with AI. Now, I'm not saying that AI is horrible, but if you want the absolute best results, you do want to use real people. AI is great for low barrier to entry and to test to see if a product works for you so that you can eventually commit to real creators, but real creators are always going to work best. So organic dropshipping, it tries to be the content, but the middleman model partners with people who are already the content. And these creator relationships become something that competitors can't copy. So here's how you find these creators pretty efficiently. Now, the first option, my absolute favorite, is gonna be X and Instagram. You can go over there, you search for people who are already doing this for a living. So if you're on X, let's just say in the fitness niche, you can type in fitness UGC creator into the search bar. What comes up are people who are specifically creating content for brands in that space. Now, the reason that this works better than just finding some random person with followers is that these creators already know how to make content that converts. They're used to doing this, right? This is what they do for a living. They understand the pacing. They know how to hook attention. They got a lot of experience, basically. Now, the second option is Fiverr. This is honestly a lot easier if you are just starting out and you don't want to have to negotiate too much and you just want to see everything on one platform. You can do it on Fiverr or Upwork. You can go in and search UGC creator and you'll find tons of listings with portfolios and pricings that are entirely laid out for you. Now, either way, the main thing that you're looking for is whether they post about your niche genuinely. So someone who cares about the space is worth so much more than a generic creator who will make content for pretty much anything, right? And when you reach out, be very specific about what you saw in their content. Now, I put together a Notion document with copy and paste templates that you guys can use for yourself, and I'll make sure to leave that below for free. Now, here's where most people mess up with working with creators, and it makes them pretty much lose all the money that they've been investing. They send a brief with 10 to 15 full pages and a full script, but that just kills the whole point of working with these types of creators because the video just won't feel real. It'll feel very inauthentic. What you want to do is just tell people the outcome that you want and let them figure it out for you. That is what you are paying them for. And those relationships compound over time in a way that competitors can't replicate. Now, here's the part that really separates this from everything that we've talked about. Most people are sourcing from AliExpress, don't realize what's actually happening to them. AliExpress sellers are buying from Chinese domestic markets and they're selling it to stores just like yours for even more money. So you're paying a middleman when the whole point is to be the middleman. And to be the middleman, you need to source your product from the same Chinese domestic markets. So on platforms like 1688, you can find the exact products that you're getting on AliExpress for 30 to 40% better pricing, which might not sound like too much, but on a $40 product, that could mean $8 to $12 per sale straight to your pocket. And when you add that up over time, that's a lot of money. And when you have better margins, you can outspend every competitor who's stuck with bad pricing. And on top of that, you get faster shipping and the possibility to get custom packaging to start building an actual real brand that's going to allow you to further differentiate. And that's the whole point of the middleman model. Every other model that we just covered, something outside of your control eventually takes it away from you. This is the one where that doesn't happen. You own the traffic, the product, the customer, the margins, all four. So now you've seen exactly why these models are all breaking and the one model that gives you control over everything that they're missing. But knowing the model and actually building it are two completely different things. Picking the right niche, validating the right products, finding the right creators, setting up your sourcing, eventually running ads, that's where most people freeze. That's exactly what my coaching program is for. Now, instead of figuring this all out on your own, me and my team are working alongside you until you've built something that's real. If you guys are really serious, you don't want to waste your time, and you want to potentially work one-on-one with this, I will leave a link below to apply. And for anyone who wants to see how this model actually works in real time before committing to anything, I built this from scratch in a 7-day challenge. You can watch that next right here. Other than that, thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next one. Peace.